This is a build video of my recent trailer build. This is a mini camper. I started with a $200 1988 snowmobile trailer. It had the title, and that was the reason I bought it. It did need a little bit more work than I anticipated. It was a little bit more rusty on the bottom part of the frame, so we did have to do a lot of work on that. But overall, $200 for a trailer with the title wasn't that bad. I knew I was going to do some work on the trailer, and I actually wanted to cut it down because it's just about 7 feet wide, and I wanted to make it about 6 feet wide. But that I didn't end up doing that. I ended up working with the frame, but just leaving it to the size of the snowmobile trailer. The original wheels and tires, of course, were really small. They were just 10 inches or 12 inches, which we did upgrade. This is just the start of the walls, laying out the walls and the sizing of it. Starting the floor, I did use 2x4s. I insulated it, and I ripped a lot of 2x4s down into 2x2s. I didn't buy a lot of the 2x2s from the store just because they're usually not very good condition. They're usually bent and bowed and everything. So here's a picture of the floor. I did insulate it using an 1.5 inch foam board, and then I used 3/8 inch plywood. Everything on the trailer is screwed and glued in place. Here's starting the walls. Again, I just have a slanted front end. I do have aluminum sheet. So the aluminum sheets that I got were $18 each. So it ended up being pretty economical for the trailer. I am in northern Indiana, so a lot of the parts that we get are discounted from RV surplus places. As you can see on the front of the trailer here, I did use plywood on the front and the back of the trailer. That stiffened the body a lot. So when I put it on or I'm trying to shake it, it really didn't shake after that. So this was putting it on the trailer for the first time. I had to transport it to upgrade the frame. And up until now, the trailer box actually was really pretty light. With the frame upgrades, then I added quite a bit of weight. So as you can see, I did get a 3,500 pound axle, again from an RV surplus, and then the framing, the steel for the frame off of Facebook Marketplace. So I got a great deal on both of those. As you can see, there's the trailer, just upgrading the frame. So if you were to put a toy in there, I put lawnmowers and dune buggies and stuff in there, and it really works out great. So it does have an upgraded frame where I feel comfortable putting some weight in the trailer. I bought the trailer thinking I wouldn't be doing this much work, and it ended up I needed quite a bit of work to get the frame where I wanted it. For my next build, I do plan on buying a better trailer up front and doing less work. So I do have 12-inch tires on in this picture, but we are going to upgrade to the 15-inch. So I did have to do a little bit more cutting around the frame. Here's starting the framing for the back door. As you can see, it's framed in, which also stiffened the trailer up a lot. So I did find a toy hauler door in a surplus yard in Michigan, so southwest Michigan. So I was able to pick that up, which was a good find. So the back door with all the framing, the trailer really is strong. This is an electric plug that I did put in. I bought it off of Amazon. So it's a regular extension cord it plugs into, and it has 2 plugs on the inside. So this is starting to put insulation all in the interior. I did glue all the foam board to the aluminum, and all the walls have the pink aluminum, which is strong. And then I'm going to start with the plywood, which is also glued. I have paneling on the side and then plywood, which I've just painted white on the front and back. Going back to the outside, I do have frameless windows that I got in Orland, Indiana. Again, a surplus facility. Those were really reasonable in price, and they make the trailer look really cool. So there's a front window and then 2 windows on the sides. Here I am gluing in a window for the door. The door was like $10, but it did not come with a window, so I had to buy that separately and then cut out a bigger hole in the window. So I ended up just doing that, which worked out really good. I did add decals. I just bought them on Amazon, so those made it look a little bit better. Here's some pictures of the inside. Again, some windows. I do have a removable front bed, so that way if somebody wants to put something in there it's a little bit longer, a motorcycle or something, they can remove the front bed. And I have a foldable bed on the side. So you could have two people sleeping in their own beds and probably fit one more on the floor if you wanted. The foldable bed, I used just the paneling from the side so it matched, and then a foam, the pink foam 1.5 inches or maybe inch, and then some 2x4s under to support it. So it's really light, but it is strong. Some pictures. Now I'm starting the shelf inside. So I do have a shelf. I found a fireplace, just an electric fireplace with heater on Facebook Marketplace for like $20. Put that in there. We do have a TV set up in there if we wanted to watch a movie, if it was raining or cold. So you could see the shelf coming together. And this is where the electric comes in, so it all works really good. I fed the wires for the TV behind the paneling, so that worked out nice too. We do go camping in the winter and when it's cold. It's northern Indiana. We'll go up to Michigan and stuff, so that little heater does help out at night. Here's just starting the floor. I had premium vinyl flooring left over from a house project, so I was able to use that. In all my trailer builds, I try to do it reasonably cost. So all of them are around the $2,000 mark, and that's where this one fell. So that's one of my goals. I just don't want to spend a ton of money. I try to really do a decent job in cutting down the cost. So it's a fun activity for a lot of different people, and when I sell them, I'm able to sell them pretty cheap. Just due to that. They're strong, but I'm using material that I can cut cost on. So that's what I try to do. And as you can see from the pictures, it turned out really good. It's so much fun. We could take the kids' dune buggy in there. I had to move a tractor, which is an older Cub Cadet. I think it was 700 pounds or so. So I was able to do that with no issues. And I originally made it for a four-wheeler, so it's got a lot of different options. As you can see here, put some decals on it, the lights on. It tows great with my Jeep. I tow mostly with my truck. We got our first camping trip in. This was in early spring, so it was cold out, but the heater heated up pretty quick just to get the chill out, and then it's perfectly fine. This was in the summer. This was about 95 degrees, so we were hoping that we had an air conditioner in this one. But of course, we just used fans, and it worked out all right for the nighttime. The next one, I may put an air conditioner in. But if you're thinking of building your own mini camper or teardrop trailer, they're really so much fun, and it's such a cool activity. I love doing it. It's for me, it's a great little hobby, and it keeps me busy if I have any downtime. But they're easy to pull, easy to store. This one was about 7 feet wide and a little bit over 8 feet long, and just around under 6 feet tall. So it's a great time. If you're thinking about building one, I would push you to do it. And of course, if you have any questions, please just ask them in the comments. And if you could, it helps out a lot if you just like the video and subscribe to my channel. I do a lot of traveling, and we love to do family activities and explore this great country of ours. So if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be great. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a great day.